Hello one and all, this is Nerdcraft here, bringing you Game 2 out of Best of 3 series. My phone just went off because I have an email. Let's see who it is. It is Cortland12, going live on Twitch TV. Cordy is a friend of mine, and he streams. He used to play StarCraft, but then he became uncool. As you can see here, spawning on the western position of the Antigua Shipyard is going to be our purple Zerg player who won last game, and just confirming that it is the MLG version cross, Force Cross, no gold version of Antigua Shipyard is going to be our purple Zerg player taking last game. I think I already mentioned that, but hey, why not again? It is Alien Invasion's very own AiCytoplasm, and his opponent here spawning on the eastern position. He likes east. I'm guessing, he was northeast last game, and now he's just straight up east this game. Plus, he's from the east. He's from Eastern European. He's from Eastern European. He's from Eastern Europe, also known as the Ukraine. That's where Kas resides. It is our green Terran player, EmpireKas. And last game, he's just kind of he was Balin Roach busted on Daybreak, which is kind of a metagame play there from AiCytoplasm. And I totally forgot to mention that the overlay on my screen right now, EasyStarCraft.com. It is a awesome website where they a lot of casters, a lot of builds, a lot of information to go to. So please check that out. Just the guy who made it, he's like, hey, could you mind putting your our logo there on your YouTube? It's like, perfectly fine. Go ahead, dude. I will totally do that. Supporting esports, EasyStarCraft.com. Please check it out. This cast is brought to you by EasyStarCraft.com, where StarCraft is made easy. Just kidding. This game is never made easy. So 15 hatch here going down for AiCytoplasm, and the barracks just finishing up there for Kas. Going to instantly make his orbital command. Holy crap, that was totally bad. So that way it goes that way, and this way goes this way. I don't know. I went down expecting it to go this way with my mouse. It was weird. Overlord coming on over here. He's going to scout this base. Going to see, aha! I see you got an orbital command building. You clever man. Well, since it's AiCytoplasm, he has a Swedish accent, so it's like, oh yeah, I see you have an orbital command making you clever man, yeah. I'm from Minnesota. I know what Swedes sound like. I know what Swedes like that sound like, I should say. And we have another early command center here coming out from Kas. It's actually increasingly common to do this. It's like, oh hey, Zerg is going to be able to Zerg is going to have like a third base by the 6-minute mark. So might as well get my second early. This game has become so much more macro orientated. I love it, and I think Kas just shot the Automaton 2000. You traitor! I thought you were awesome, but you've betrayed my trust, Kas. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever. I don't care. It's an Automaton 2000. I'm jealous if it's a micro. It can go down for all I care. So what we're going to be seeing in this game, most likely some sort of 2-base tank push. Not going to be an all-in, but I do feel that that's what Kas is going to be doing, just because it's really good on Antigua. This is, of course, why Kas picked this map. It's I wouldn't say it's harder for Zerg to take a third, but the third is a little further away from the natural than other bases, or than other maps like Daybreak, for instance. The last one, we were having the oh man, Nerdcraft, learn how to talk and then come back to casting. Anyway, we have the factory building with the reactor. Going to do that standard reactor Hellion opening. Kas just sticking to that traditional Terran guns there. And I remember when reactor Hellion. Oh, he's making a second factory. So we're changing this up a bit. We are going to be seeing most likely a Marauder Hellion all in from Kas. Extremely powerful, extremely dangerous. Of course, we see AiCytoplasm. They're making 10 freaking drones. This barracks going to go down. Probably going to have a tech lab go on it if he'll land it anytime soon. No, reactor actually. Interesting choice. So he's going double reactor factory. Not going to be an all-in, but personally, I would rather go with the Blue Flame Marauder. That is kind of a personal favorite of mine when it comes to this kind of builds. But a lot of Hellions, once you get like past 10 or 12 Hellions, which is really easy to do when you have 2 reactor factories, it's going to be perfectly fine. And we can see here AiCytoplasm putting down his third at roughly the 6-minute 15-second mark here. 3 tumors coming out, 2 queens, going to be the creep spread. This is going to be a 4-queen build by the looks of it. No, a 6-queen build. So what's pretty much going to happen is that AiCytoplasm is going to defend with 4 queens, and by the looks of it, 2 spine crawlers, 2 just additional safety. And he's just going to be sending these queens out everywhere, spreading creep tumors ridiculously, and defending with this. If some Marines come across, or even 4 Hellions come across, it's going to be perfectly fine. And here we have the first 4 on their way. Kas is going to be sending these 4 ahead just to make sure, hey, look, everything's fine. I'm not doing anything suspicious. I just have my 4 Hellions. I'm going to try and kill some tumors, stuff like that. 4 more tumors here being made, and now 5, 6. Just going to be so much tumors here. These Hellions going to try and pick out that tumor. Not going to be able to because of the 4 queens here. Queens are weak, but given that range, they're a lot more powerful. And Terrans have been having a hard time. Oh man, I am just tripping over myself right now. It's just I am so hyper, and I haven't casted in like forever. Terrans have been having a hard time kind of responding to this queen range, so they just decided, all right, we'll go with reactor Hellion, and I suppose wait for the next kind of like either prodigy or extremely intelligent Terran player to come out. And here we have a grand total of 8 plus 3 is going to be 11 Hellions, mixing with that. Well, actually, it's going to be 16 now because another one just made, and Cytoplasm is making 12 drones. So that is going to be a bad choice of production for Cytoplasm. Third is coming up. So Kas isn't doing this as an all-in. He is getting ready to macro up. He wants to do some massive economic damage, and we can see that Cytoplasm so far, he's just sticking to Lings. Very, very common what's been going on here, except he is doing that double Evo chamber. I can't really remember seeing that. Now all these Hellions coming in, taking out the queens. It is going to be revealed right now to Cytoplasm, and he's probably not feeling too happy about it. We see 3 spine crawlers being made instantly. Oh, if he can get those drones. Oh, light him up, light him up. Oh no, he did not get in them. Only 1 hit, luckily, and these are not blue flames, so not going to be able to kill the drones as quick. But these Hellions are just so much, and they're going to be able to kill any Lings that come in, barbecuing all these drones. Holy crap, how much do we have right there? 32, 36, 41, 43, and 44. Holy crap. So many drones being killed. My throat is being killed. Is it me, or is it just so hot and dry in here that I cannot breathe? That is what these Hellions are doing. Kas is pretty much saying, hey, Cyto, remember last game when you killed like 62 SCVs? And Cyto's like, oh, hey, yeah. It's like, oh, well, here's 16 Hellions, and I'll be taking 44 drones. If we look at the units counting station now, 33 drones to 57 SCVs. Now, if it wasn't for this third base being established and pretty well saturated, Cytoplasm would have no drones. But as a result, having that and Cytoplasm Kas going up here, it has resulted in some great, awesome economic damage there. As we can see, 400 minerals that's 400 gas, but we see 1,300 minerals to the 2,400 of Kas. So talk about ridiculous. I need to take a drink here. Oh man, that's good. Normally this throat thing wouldn't be happening, and I love Kas's transition there, right in a straight Marine tank here. He does not have a starport by the looks of it. There's the starport going down, so he's not going to be able to heal his Marines. They're going to kind of have a very, very shorter life expectancy, especially with Stim. And now the Lings here are going to be cleaned up, as well as an Overlord too. Infestation bit on its way, 26 Lings with 2-2 on its way. That is what Cytoplasm does have going for him. He does have those upgrades being made. 1-1 is just about to finish here for Kas. And 2 tanks are being made at a time with 5 Marines, and the armory is on its way. 2 more refineries are being built, as well as 2 more barracks. So Kas is just going to have a very, very nice production machine. And look at Cytoplasm's creep spread here, despite having all those Hellions take out the 4 queens. They didn't really take out any tumors, and as a result, we have just a bunch of creep spread. This is really going to be very advantageous for Cytoplasm. It may help when it comes to keeping himself in this game. And now we're going to have a very scary push here with about 6 tanks, and let's see here, 3 times 8 is 24 plus another, well, I suppose 8 times 4 is 32, 34 Marines. I took way too much time trying to determine how much Marines that was. Pathogen glands on this way here. And now this is a situation I have seen all too commonly on Antigua Shipyard with Zerg against Terran, is just this kind of channel right here where I've seen a lot of Terrans just put their Marines here, their tanks up here, and split the Zerg units so well. As a result, you know, don't take out those tanks, the Marines will come. Don't take out those tanks, they'll completely destroy everything. Don't take out those Marines, they'll completely destroy everything kind of situation. And now we see that Kas is going to be focusing down this third, taking out the spine crawlers. Pathogen glands finishing right now, but we don't have any infestors being built here. I think Cytoplasm might be panicking. It's 75 supply to 149.52 of Kas, and I like this. Cytoplasm is just going to go for a counterattack. It's kind of like, oh, I figure since all your units are at my third, you're going to have no army, but unfortunately not, because Kas has such an awesome production and economy going on right now. 2 infestors being built as well, and these Marines just going to clean up everything. The tanks are going to advance forward. Two infestors are not going to do that much because they'll only have 1 fungal each. 3 infestors, so 3 fungals not going to be enough to chain fungal away tanks, possibly some Marines, especially since they don't have these medevacs here, and that might be the downfall for Kas. That could very much cost him this army once the infestors do get out. But the problem is that once the infestors are out, you know, it's going to be hard for them to be able to get to these Marines, as we saw that one infestor going down without even whiffing down a single fungal. Fungal goes down there on those Marines, and it looks like Cytoplasm may be able to clean this up. No, he needs 1 more fungal to take out these Marines, but you know, with all these links going to be coming out with 2-2 as well, might I add, they are 2-2 to the 1-1 of Cytoplasm, or of Kas. Fungal's going to go down there, cleans up all those Marines, and now all these tanks are going to be cleaned up just to have another army of equal size follow up in the middle. So congratulations, Cytoplasm, you did a great job. And now let's see if you can survive round number 2. This is actually a style made very popular by MVPSC, where he just makes these small armies like this, and he keeps throwing wave and wave and wave after them. It's on it's a 3-base build there. Watch GSL, kids, you learn a lot. So 2 more infestors and 6 lings coming up. 2-2 is also being made, as well as level 1 weapons. The third is being reestablished for Cytoplasm. And I can't believe how much times I've called Kas Cytoplasm. I don't know why. I think I just like saying the word Cytoplasm. Marine over here going to be scouting to make sure that there's no hidden hatcheries. And now these lings here going in for a counterattack. Going to miss the army, but there's another army waiting right there. Going to engage and not going to be able to do anything. They're going to try and run by, see if they can maybe get some SCV kills, but because of this tank right here, so, you know, Kas making sure that, oh, hey, man, you know, I know I'm going to be susceptible to counterattacks on this, so I'm going to make sure that I am well defended for counter attacks, and that's pretty much what's going on. I mean, this is really all you can say about it. There are so many Marines right now. How many Marines, you may ask? That is 62 Marines, well, 66 now, and 8 tanks with 4 medevacs, finally getting some medevacs out. So this is going to keep those Marines a lot more lively, or I should say a lot more alive for a lot more longer, for a lot. Wow, English is so hard. Those medevacs will of course make these Marines last a lot longer than they were. You know, in that initial engagement there, when you had all the Marines down here fungled, and they all just, you know, blew up in a horribly painful death. It could have been easily prevented if Kas had gotten his starport earlier and had at least 1 or 2 medevacs out. It would have made that push a lot more deadlier. It's amazing what a single medevac or 2 can do for an army, especially with bio. Well, it can't really do much for a mech army because let's be honest here, when medevacs can heal mech, that'd be so ridiculously overpowered. But Cytoplasm here going in for the engagement and going to clean up all the tanks on the low ground here. But the problem is that there are 3 tanks and a bunch of Marines on the high ground, and tacking on high ground is never a good idea. And some infested Terran here going to see if they can take out this medevac. This medevac kind of being abandoned there. Not going to be able to take him out. The tanks unsiege here, going to move on over. Only lost a single medevac in there, and looks like Cytoplasm wants to counterattack with these infestors, or maybe even set up a flank here. We see 1 infestor over there. Stim goes down, needs to get some fungals off. Great splitting there from Kas. Jeez, look at that splitting. I wish I could do that. Yes, flank here coming in, but unfortunately it's hard to flank when there's siege tanks in the back. The infestors coming in, so I'm going to come down the infestors. The timing is going to be really bad on this. No, he's going to burrow and use infested Terran instead. I like that idea much better than walking in and trying to fungal. Infested Terran go everywhere. Actually unburrowing, going to try and get some fungals off on these Marines. The infested Terran do hatch, but they die almost instantly to all those Marines, and it looks like Cytoplasm is going to GG out of this game. This series is going to be tied up 1-1 in a very what can I say about this series? Each game has been so like one-sided. Game 1 on Daybreak. What does Cytoplasm do? He Baleen Roach busts. Kos kills 62 SCVs. What does Kos do in game number 2? Well, he does a reactor to Hellion build and fries, barbecues, bakes, cooks, broils, sautés, stir fries. About 44 drones with that. So that's what's happening on so far. Stick around for game number 3. The ace match is going to be epic if it's anything like... Well, I shouldn't say epic if it's anything like these games. These games are both really cool. The retention of these players is amazing, but hopefully it's a lot more even. I love those even deadlock matches, especially in TVT. And no, I'm not lying. I like deadlock TVT games. They're freaking awesome. I was about to curse. I try not to curse. So stick around for game number 3, and I'll see you guys then.